We're Tyler and Todd, and for the last year, we've busted our butts to convert this RV into our dream tiny house on wheels. With the goal of living completely off-grid, we're building one of the most epic camper van electrical systems you've ever seen. I am never, ever, ever renovating another RV again. From lugs to fuses, we're in uncharted territory with this DIY project. Hit that subscribe button and come along. So the first thing that we're going to get started on is building a wall for this area. So after a lot of consideration, we decided that this was the best place to install our battery system. It has a lot of access right here, and guys,
we're working.
We're working right now, okay, buddy? So this has a perfect access. It's right under the hitch. And not only that, but there are cables that are running right here to our main panel and distribution box. This is where our battery system is gonna actually be.
It also keeps it so that this area in here, the storage stuff doesn't, if we hit the brakes suddenly, fall onto the batteries and the equipment. So
we just wanna protect this area as best as we can, so.
Yeah.
Do you wanna come up in here?
Do you wanna get in?
Do you wanna get in? Come on. All right, let's get started. Okay.
Wake up, step into the world outside. The future never looks so bright. Can't you hear it calling us? Let go, leave all of your cares behind. You never know where you might find sunny days are coming up. Dreaming of tomorrow, soaking up the sun. We can sit and talk about it. Oh, we could run away, 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 away. We don't have to stay, we could run away. Away, 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 away. Oh, we could run away.
We realized once we put this up that we're no longer getting the benefit from the heat in there. So this RV has a heater, obviously like a furnace, and it also heats the under bay storage because that's where all our plumbing and all of our essentials are. And we want the batteries to also be nice and warm and not freeze. So putting the insulation down is a good move.
We're gonna put these mats down over top of it. It'll just add even more cushion so that it's not hitting directly onto the insulation as much. So we had a little bit of a disagreement and it might have turned into a race. So
I had to get the scissors, Todd.
You also got the saw. Tyler,
The saw didn't work.
yeah. Ty wanted to use the jigsaw to cut these foam mats and I said it's not going to work, like it's gonna be harder. And then I said, why don't we just put it in and like cut it, because you could push it and use the X-Acto knife. And anyway, that's what I did. I'm done. So I'm just waiting on Tyler to get his side done.
You're so competitive and annoying.
Do you see what I was saying now though?
Yes, I see what you were saying. You were right and I was wrong.
That's all I've been waiting for, folks. We're able to move on now. What did you just say?
No.
What did you just say?
I said, can you just do this and finish it up, is what I said, if you have to know. We all have our strengths, you guys. Oh, it's really annoying being so crouched down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is build the box for the batteries. So we're using 6 Battleborn lithium batteries right here, ta-da. And we're gonna be putting them side by side. Just, in an ideal world, we would put them all 6 in a string, but side by side is gonna work because we don't want to take up that much space in the compartment.
We're thinking right now, we're actually just gonna put the batteries into position and like get everything in place, figure out the wiring later and secure the batteries later. We're thinking it might actually be better to get some type of strapping that attaches to the back wall that we just installed and comes out around the batteries and holds them in place rather than building a box. So,
oh, to give us more flexibility in the future as well.
Yeah.
So I think what makes the most sense is to just put all of the batteries where they're gonna be and then draw the components on the wall from there.
Like, you are so attractive. Like, I could just watch you lift batteries all day.
A lot of boring math later.
So we just took a quick coffee break, and while we were doing that, I wanted to triple check our work, and I kind of fell down the YouTube rabbit hole and watched a bunch of videos, and I'm so glad that we did that because the way that we had our batteries laid out originally in sets of 2 wasn't gonna work, and there's a very important reason why. when you're connecting your batteries in parallel like we are, what needs to happen is all of the cable length has to be the same. And there was no way for the cable lengths to be the same in the way that we originally had it configured. With electricity, it's best to quadruple check your work just to make sure all of your components are lined up, because the cable is so expensive. So we figured that out. So now what I need to do is map out everything on the wall, and Todd is just ran to the hardware store now to get some additional parts that we need. So yeah, I'm gonna get mapping this out while he's gone, and then hopefully we can get all of this installed today so that tomorrow we can just focus on the wire and getting all of the components connected. That's the goal anyway. We'll see. It's already like 7 o'clock now, so yeah. I know, buddy. You've been a good helper all day. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah, we could run away, 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 away. We don't have to stay, we could run away. Away, 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 away. Oh, we could run away, run away. Away, 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 away. We don't have to stay, we could run away. Away, 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 away. Oh, we could run away, run away, run away.
I love you. Well, this has been the entire day. Thanks, Eddie. And this is as far as we got. I mean, it doesn't seem like we're very far, but I think I'm still happy with it. Like, we got the insulation, the wall built, the batteries are just about secured, everything is mounted to the wall. We're burning out today. We're getting very frustrated, getting tired. It's been a long day, and it's starting to, like, I'm sure you can probably hear it, but it's raining here now, so be nice to be in. I'm gonna put on a pair of sweatpants. I'm gonna crack a bag of chips.
I thought you were gonna say a bottle of wine. I'm cracking a bottle of wine. This is so frustrating,
Honey, I'm
guys.
smashing a bottle of wine. I'll be home with bells on. Doodly-doo. You know what? These little copper shavings that fall off, I feel as though we should save them and we can melt them down on a campfire and make jewelry, and we'll sell it with our vegetables. Do you know what would go nicely with that multicolored Swiss chard? A copper bracelet. They can find a way to put fluoride in the water. Why can't they put Pfizer in the water? They both start with F. Living in the woods, some people might have the mental ability to do it, but I don't. I still need social interaction, and just because no one's around doesn't mean I'm not gonna have a conversation.
This was such a good idea to just like have wine, have fun. Like, this is a boring task.
Oh yeah.
Like, the next few days are not gonna be fun, but we can make them fun.
Used to worry about the future, but the future never came. Tried living in the past, but never did quite feel the same. I used to think that there was a place I would rather be, till I got there enough times to realize that you are only ever here. That's when I found peace with where I am now.
We want it to be like pretty tight.
I'm trying to move past it. Social isolation is ending. I feel as though I need to rein my dirty brain back in.
No, if people don't love you for you, then they can go f themselves.
Ain't that the tea? Let's put that on a shirt.
He's so sweet.
I love him.
So I found peace with who I am now. It's the only me I'll ever be. I found there are other places, there are a million other faces, but I found peace with who I am now.
All right, so we've got our wires ready to go for tomorrow, which is going to be huge because today was a full day. It's like 12:30 or something, and
It's 12:43.
It's 12:43 and I'm exhausted and cannot wait for these air fryer nachos, which have become a regular staple in our diet. In case you're wondering how we maintain our dad bods, this is it.
It's actually pretty healthy, all things considered. It's just Tostitos. Like, we just take like nacho chips. We put this plant-based cheese that we get.
It's so good.
It's actually pretty healthy.
Well, It was weird. We could
Borderline.
only find it at Whole Foods in America, but now in Canada it's sold at Walmart. So
Yeah.
just kind
And
of
then
rags
this.
to riches, you know? Or riches to rags.
This is crumbled black beans, like a black bean burger.
So good.
It's so good. We just put that in there, and then that's it.
And then we pop
just
that.
pop this bad boy in here. And right now,
Eddie said, are we having nachos?
Right now, we have to
Oh.
either turn on the generator or use the Jackery. Tonight, we're just going to use that. But soon, we're going to have our solar system. So, we're going to make this. Catch up with you in the morning.
Good night. How's it going, Mom?
Good. Making a lot of progress.
That's good. It looks good.
You like it?
Yeah, those are like the perfect length.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Do you want help?
No, I don't mind. What are you doing in there?
I'm paying bills and doing emails, so it'd be more enjoyable and cheaper if I stayed out here.
You can help me if you want. I do have bad news, though.
What?
We have to go to the city again. We're missing a fuse that this connects to. We need a 400 amp fuse that's gonna go right there on the wall.
Okay.
Which is probably not a bad idea anyway. It's looks like it's gonna start raining, so.
I'm getting lunch. These are my terms.
These are my terms!
Hey, drop you off to Graham and Granddad's? Huh? You want to go see Graham and Granddad?
You wanna go?
Oh! Oh! Big day for Dolly!
Alright.
Ready?
Is it all that I want? Well, I know it's hard enough to say before. Are you any closer to love than you were when I born? I'll make it easier. Now don't you want anyone else to find who I can't recover? I mean to hide. It won't be anything but light.
So rather than just coming home and finishing the project that we already started, on the way home, we stopped into the hardware store to pick up some materials to tackle a project that we've been avoiding for a while, which Todd is just using as a distraction because he doesn't want to do the batteries right now.
Well, yeah, and I also think that, like, it's a good way to keep us motivated. Like, even though we're not working on that project, we're still being productive on another project, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong, I guess.
It's nice to have multiple projects on the go.
Yeah, so when we did the RV renovation back in the fall, one thing that we didn't do was finish off all of the trim work. So we wanted to put cord around everywhere, just because it really makes it look nicer. It finishes off the space. So
And then it's also not as big and heavy as typical
Yeah.
baseboards, so then it helps us on our weight.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is just cut up a bunch of cord around and get installing on it. We have one spot installed already. So right there, as you can see. So it just makes it look a little more finished. Hey, buddy. So that's what we're gonna get started on now, and probably tackle the batteries tomorrow just to get like a quick win for today.
Quick
I think that's
wins.
good. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, ready?
Yeah.
If you decide there's no what does it mean if I can't leave it behind now? Now won't be enough to keep on in my life. When time falls so heavy on you, nobody's looking at you now.
Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 12:20 a.m.
12:20 a.m.
What's our plan? Because are we gonna move the couch back tomorrow? No, because when are we gonna paint? When are we gonna finish the batteries? I feel like I'm gonna have a meltdown.
Hey, you know what you're doing?
Spiraling.
You're spiraling.
Mark my words, I am never, ever, ever renovating another RV again.
I'd rather pretend to be straight and just live in one right from the manufacturer with that. No.
Too drab.
I can't do that. We'll do another one. Yeah, my name's Todd, and this is my brother Tyler, and we're going on a weekend boys fishing camping trip. I got my camo inside, my camo outside. I'm gonna get me a big old bass. Do you see why I've had a conversation with you about why I want to take over purchasing?
Mm-hmm. Anyone want to buy $500 worth of wire?
Hit me Come on down to Tyler and Todd's Wire Emporium. We got surplus wire everywhere.
That's like
can we get a wacky inflatable one of those for the end of the trip?
Let's figure out something to eat. I'm done. We accomplished a lot, I think.
We have half a bottle of wine left.
Let's finish it, Dolphin.
Well, I don't like to waste.
What are you getting into?
Cookie dough. There's, frozen little cookie dough bites. They're so good. And then I figure we should have a dad's cookie to go with it.
Essentials only. We have our show loaded right there, and this is like the setup, little blanket for it in between the two couches.
I'm so excited.
Got Charlie right here, hey buddy, and Eddie is buried.
His face is right here.
Right there.
It's perfect. It works. Okay. There's your cookie dough. And it's frozen, so it's like even better.
Oh, come on, focus. Oh, that actually does look really good.
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna go to bed.
We got batteries to deal with tomorrow.
We can do it.
We got this.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Good morning. How did you sleep on
You're so annoying. Oh, Todd.
How did you like double couch bed?
Oh, double couch bed, 10 out of 10 recommend to a friend.
What did you think, Eddie?
They loved it. My legs are asleep. You probably can't see, but see this? My legs are going underneath Charlie.
He's definitely, stop moving!
Anyway, it's very, very cozy. We still have a lot of work to do out here. What do you mean? Yeah, we decided to just leave it here, and I think we're going to leave it here for a few days because we have to paint all of the trim that we installed last night and just like finish it up.
Yeah, so there's no point putting... Oh, I'll join you. Yeah, so there's no point putting everything back in order to then take it apart again. So it's just going to be a mess. But luckily, we're going to be outside for most of the day because today's the day we're really going to work on getting the battery system operational.
Where the do you get your energy?
Well, it's because I typically wake up like an hour and a half before you. And then I'm just like, that's when I get my good Pinterest time. And that's where a lot of my ideas come from. So if you want to scale back my ideas, you need to start getting up earlier.
What time is it? It's like 7:30. We went to bed at 2.
I know. Anyway, today's goal is to get the batteries all wired together, get it connected to the RV so that we can start drawing power from them, but also we can charge them using the generator to get them to 100%. But I think the most important thing is making some coffee, right?
Right. The most important thing for me is I'm going to snuggle this guy.
Oh, I thought you were on coffee duty.
I think you're joking, but I'm not sure. All right, you guys. I don't know what this update was, but
Hey,
oh,
hey, I'm sorry we're talking a lot. We'll be quiet.
All
His
right.
eyes aren't even open.
You mad, buddy? It's too early.
Too early.
All right, I'm gonna lay here until we're ready to get up. For sure, for sure. Sound good?
All right, I'm gonna go make coffee and breakfast.
So I ended up having a really productive morning out here. I connected the 400 amp fuse right here. This is what we were missing yesterday. And once I connected that, I was able to attach the kill switch and the bus bar. And then I kind of just, kept going with it. I'm really enjoying this. It's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. It's kind of like a puzzle. But anyway, I had to send Todd into the city because these things right here on the ends of the cables, they're called wire lugs. And of course, we ran out. We're missing 4. and in order to connect everything to the rest of the system. So he's in there getting that, and I'm really like as far as I can go now. So I think I'm just gonna get started on some editing while I wait for him to come home. But before I get started on this edit, I want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Storyblocks is a platform with over 1 million royalty-free assets, everything from 4K video to sound effects. So whether you're missing that perfect shot, you can't fly your drone because you're in restricted airspace, or just a transition to the next clip, Storyblocks has you covered without compromising your storytelling. With super affordable subscription options and an all-access plan that allows for unlimited downloads that you can use wherever you want on the internet, there's no reason to not be elevating your filmmaking today. While all that is great, today I'm really proud to be sharing with you about the Restock Initiative. Recognizing that stock footage is not inclusive of how diverse our world is, Storyblocks is looking to change that. With the Queer Spaces and Faces program, Storyblocks will feature hundreds of clips from the LGBTQ+ community, empowering filmmakers to share real and honest perspectives. To learn more about Storyblocks, head to the link in the description box down below, or head over to storyblocks.com/Tyler and Todd. But for now, I'm gonna get back to editing this week's vlog, and I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, 2 hours later, and I hope that was the last trip to the store. Got our 4 lugs. I think that's it for this part.
Hopefully.
Oh, wow! He said, if I'm gonna spill a coffee, it's gonna be yours. Oh, get back here, it's rolling. Doesn't spill his own coffee, but spills mine. Anyway, you were quite busy while I was gone.
Yeah, I got a lot done.
Yeah, we are now just building these cables, which we're then going to be able to connect the batteries to the existing electric in the RV, which is going to be amazing because we'll be able to go for days without having to recharge the batteries, which will buy us time until we get the solar figured out.
For days, darling.
Dollface, we'll go for days. All right, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna help you get these done. We're gonna power this baby up.
I'm sleepwalking. Just keep talking, baby. And we talking, baby. But maybe this is meant to be. Hey, you were sent to me. Hey, memories, well, you'll remember me, babe. I think I saw you in a dream or something. Don't know what you mean to me, but I think I'm gonna take the lead this time. Oh no shit, maybe this a dream. Baby, you're a dream.
Is that a good scratch? All right. Time for the reveal. So we still have quite a bit to do with the solar and connecting to everything, but we thought that we'd give you a little bit of a tour of our new battery system. So
Do you want me to take the camera and you do the tour?
Sure, I'm really proud of this.
You should be proud.
So we're gonna start off the tour with the batteries. We went with 6 lithium batteries from Battleborn. We went with Battleborn just because if you've ever seen a van life vlog, they are the best in the game. There's nobody that can compete with them. They have a 10-year warranty, and the power inside these bad boys is unmatched. So much better than a lead acid battery, especially weight-wise. We went with Victron for all of our components. So our charge controller, our Lynx distributor, as well as our 3000 watt inverter. So all of these things speak together. I don't want to like nerd out because you might find it boring, but just to tell you how everything is connected. So these batteries, we still want to operate on a 12-volt system. So we have them wired in parallel like this. So one battery is sharing the same voltage but increasing the amperage. So this is 600 amps of power at 12 volts connected to our Lynx distributor, which is our basically it's just like a bus bar. So it's where all of the power goes and sort of regulates and flows. We've got this master kill switch here, which is in the off position. So right now, even though everything's wired, we're keeping things safe by keeping it in the off position. This is really good for maintenance as well. And then finally, our inverter is sort of the motherboard for the RV now. So we'll be able to run things that are 3000 watts continuous power at a time. So we can run our air conditioner, all of that kind of stuff when we're completely off grid parked in the middle of nowhere.
All powered for free by the sun.
I'm really, really proud of this system. We still have a lot to do in order to fully get it going, but we're gonna call it for this week.
Yeah.
I think we really pushed ourselves.
I'm impressed
to get
with
far.
this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I don't think the rest is going to be that bad. It's more so just attaching, like the wiring is done.
Yeah.
It's just the panels.
And going up on the roof and yeah, doing the panels and stuff, but
Yeah,
we got it.
we do.
I'm really proud of us.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, kind of. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave some comments down below. Share it with a friend. It really helps our channel out.
And we'll see you next Sunday.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye. We're gonna put a 2x2 down and then screw into it. So, yeah.
Should go. You're such a funny boy.
Cut it, Daddy. When we have our fruit stand out at the end of the driveway, or vegetable stand, fruit stand really, but there's gonna be a lot of downtime in between traffic. So we'll make wires and we'll sell them online. TNT Wire Co. I said, honey, not tonight, the camera's on. Ooh.
Red to MPPT.
You down with MPPT? Yeah, you know me.
I'm not getting up and getting anything.
Then pass me a flathead screwdriver and a 10-blade stat.
The stuff that I gave you. Like, it's just a lot.
Don't you ever try to take too long. Once the moment gone, you know it's gone. Don't you ever try to take too long. Once the moment gone, you know it's gone.